From the studios of Foxborough Cable Access, located in the center of Foxborough, Massachusetts, you are watching Around Foxborough.
Well, and welcome to Around Foxborough, the show where we talk about the people, places, and things that make Foxborough the gem of Norfolk County. My name is Mark Rivard, and with me today is Samantha Foster, who is the founder and CEO of Lifehouse Project Incorporated. Welcome, Samantha.
Thank you, Mark, for having me.
Thank you for being on the show, and all the way from Arizona. Hot out there?
It's extremely hot. A little bit shocking. I'm new to Arizona, so feeling the blast of the heat has given me, let's say, a new experience.
And don't worry, I've heard it all. Oh yeah, well, it's not humid in Arizona, it's just hot. Well, hot is hot.
Right.
And you are living proof. It's hot out here.
Yes.
So tell us about Lifehouse Project. What's that all about?
The Lifehouse Project was a foundation that I founded last year, and it's been was based off of my own story and my own history. So, during the COVID-19 season, as people were staying home more, and it really just gave me an opportunity to create and found this foundation, our 501c3, get all the ducks in the row, and move forward with this mission and purpose.
Okay, and basically for our viewers, tell us a little bit about what Lifehouse Project does.
Wonderful. So our mission is to give hope and freedom and shelter to women and children globally that are rescued from human trafficking, domestic violence, and child abuse. So we're here to provide those services, and not just, to the women and children, but also to be that hub, that provider for other nonprofits to join in the effort about eradicating child abuse, how to do it, and really make that effort instead of saving them after the abuse. What do we do to prevent that abuse?
And it's not just physical, and it's not just sexual. There's also emotional, psychological,
Right.
Economic, spiritual, and I even saw legal abuse.
Legal, yeah, types. That's very common. Legal abuse is very, very common. People don't think, about it. But when a victim is dragged through court, one thing that a narcissist is really good at is words. They're really good at manipulating, right? So they are really able to go into the court system and use those words and use the court system against the victim. And the victims often found guilty of crimes that they were coerced into doing. So it's absolutely just incredible. But, spiritual abuse is another big one that people often overlook. But again, we're talking about mass manipulation, control, anything that causes a human to live below human dignity, right? So that's from mental and spiritual. Anything that demeans somebody is, living below human dignity. So we cover every single area, from physical, the spiritual, to, the legal, to the mental health. So all of it.
And you work with a lot of different organizations. So basically, are you sort of like the hub, so to speak, and you have all these branches, different organizations you work with? How does that work?
Mm-hmm. This is just kind of forming on its own. It wasn't something that necessarily I had in my business plan. It just kind of organically happened, where so many nonprofits are coming to us like, we need help, we need tools, we need resources, we need a more complete program. So it really did become that hub of uniting all the nonprofits. I really think that there is going to be a change in the future, how nonprofits are really working and how they work in the economy. It's becoming more of a partnership, right? If we have the same mission, we're just at different places in our services. For that mission, we need to unite and not war against each other, not battle over the same dollar, if you will. So it's time that we really do combine our resources and really get the job done, which is eradicating abuse.
So do people come directly to your organization? They go to others, or is it just, how does that work? If somebody was having an issue at home with their spouse or significant other, where would they go to Lifehouse? Would they go to one of these other organizations and then they would contact you? How does it work?
Mhm. So we are contacted. Definitely, people will contact us via email, through Instagram, Facebook messaging. We just have a lot of the social media out there where they can outreach to us, and through our website, of course. Also, they do contact us through Clubhouse. We will, a lot of times, if we feel that somebody can better serve them, especially, at a certain time or a certain service that they need, we will refer them and make sure that the connection happens with another nonprofit that we partner with, and vice versa. So really, it is just that collaborative effort to make sure that whoever comes to the Lifehouse Project or to other nonprofits, that they're able, or we are able to serve them at the best of our ability.
So when it comes to, the last year, I mean, obviously the pandemic going on, everybody was forced to stay home. People were a lot closer for a lot longer periods of time. There was no escape for work, kids for play. And I've seen a lot of stories about how the domestic violence has skyrocketed during that time frame. Have you seen that in your business, in your,
Yes. So, and as I said, I just founded the nonprofit during the COVID season last year. But, here's the thing with that. I know that people are like, the domestic violence skyrocket, but it really didn't. What happened is the reporting became more prevalent because the abuse became worse. But the abuse was always there. Somebody just didn't decide to do domestic violence because they were at home. They were always living under that, or being, or the abuser was always abusing. The victim was always being the victim. So really, what we're seeing there, my opinion, is that more people was reporting the domestic violence because it became so unbearable 24/7. They didn't have any outside relief to go to.
And the other thing too is, that makes a lot of sense because some people, they can go many times reporting it, leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back until they actually leave for good and have had enough. I mean, that's the case, right? It's really, sometimes they stay around too long.
It's always too long, right? It's always too long. It's so difficult for one to come out of that lifestyle. And it really is a lifestyle, but people don't realize that a person does not want to be abused. And really, an abuser, honestly, doesn't want to be an abuser. These are hurt individuals. So it's always, the first time is already too long and too much for both individuals. So the question really is, how do we get to the root cause to save our children from having to live through this? On either party, whether they're the abuser and or the victim, they're coming from the same type of environment. They've both been abused as children.
And I also noticed, I was perusing the website, and you say on there it says women and children first, but there are men. Have you ever had any cases of men being abused?
Right. So I haven't had anybody contact me as far as men that have been abused, but I know that we do partner with nonprofits that do serve men who are in abusive situations. I think those are really, really important partnerships. We do open our services up to both men and women. But of course, again, we're going back to, children. Of course, both, it's a child, right? We don't really put, it's female children or male children. We just know it's a child being abused. So, but absolutely, we do have men out there who are abused. Women, just like men, can be very narcissistic. They can be abusers, and we need to support both men and women in this cause and really help out everybody to really better our communities.
Absolutely. So if somebody wanted to contact you, I know you have the websites, this is sort of the time where if people want information about Lifehouse and they want to get in touch with you, this is the time where you can say, okay, here's how we do it. And we'll put this all up on the screen for everybody to see. So now is your time to tell us how we can reach you.
Wonderful. The best way to reach us, of course, our Instagram, but also through our email, info@lifehouseproject.org. And your email will be absolutely directed to the right person to help you immediately.
Okay. And where can we find you on Facebook and Instagram? Is it just all the information, because it's a social media world and everybody's always on social media. So
yes, and it's all under lifehouseproject.org. It's Lifehouse Project. So whether it's Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook, it's Lifehouse Project. And even our clubhouse is Lifehouse Project Hub.
Awesome. And you will take donations. You're a 501(c), so people who want to donate can do that as well.
Absolutely. Just going straight to our website at lifehouseproject.org is our website. We'll take you right to the donation page, and also you can learn a little bit more about us.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Samantha, for joining us. And I hate to say this, but I hope your organization doesn't have to exist anymore. That's what we really want, right? We don't want this to happen. We don't want this abuse, but we're so glad that you're out there doing the work that you're doing. And thank you very much. It's very appreciated.
Thank you, Mark, so much. Thank you for having me.
It was our pleasure. Thank you. And that'll do it for Around Foxborough. Have yourself a great day.